What's up, everybody? Ricky Carruth here. Welcome back to my channel and welcome to episode number 2 of Real Coaching in Real Time. So I'm really excited about this. We had a really good first episode. All right. And we had some incredible agents with some incredible questions. And we have the same thing this week. And by the way, guys, I don't know what questions these guys are going to ask. This isn't anything pre-scripted or anything. I have no idea. And that's kind of how I like it. I like it when, when I'm getting interviewed, like on podcasts and different things like that, people, they try to send me the questions ahead of time and they try to, and I'm like, please don't do that, because when you send me the questions ahead of time and I get a chance to think about it, the answers aren't going to be as good, right? I like that spur of the moment answer, that real right out the gate, shoot from the hip kind of answers, because then it's real, and that's why I call this thing real coaching in real time, because it's real answers. So anyway, thank you guys for tuning in. Let me make sure, give me a thumbs up if you guys can hear us and everything is good on that side of the technology realm of this whole deal. Go ahead and hit that like button. Let us know where you're from in the comments. And if you guys want to be a contestant on this show, if you want to come on this show and ask me questions and also get a little exposure to my audience, feel free to text me to join my text community. That's at 251-312 251-312-8844. All right. If you're in that community, just add yourself to my contacts. And that's where I pick the people that come on this show. And I'm still giving away signed copies of my book this month. So I'm going to give 20 more books away next week. It's going to be my List to Last book, my second book. I'll give 20 more away. I'm going to go live in the Facebook group, Zero to Diamond Facebook group, next week to give away those 20 books. So text the number 251-312-8844 for a chance to win a signed copy of the book or be on this show. All right. What's up, guys? I see you in the comments, and I love you in the comments. So let's bring on our guest here. Okay, let's go. Let's take a round and let everybody introduce themselves. First up is Harold Lawson out of Orlando. Harold, come on, man.
Hey, everybody. How y'all doing?
We're doing good, man. Tell everybody who you are, where you're from, how long you've been selling real estate.
Harold Lawson. I'm here in Central Florida, Orlando, Tampa, Daytona Beach area. Been selling real estate since February 2017 and so excited to be here. I'm with EXP Realtor. Thanks for having me, Rick.
Nice, bro. Nice, man. Good deal. Good deal. Good to see you, bro. Good to see
you. Good to see you as well.
Yeah, man. I'm going to give Reese a chance to introduce himself.
Hey, everyone. My name is Reese Chase. I'm in the Fort Lauderdale Plantation area in South Florida. I've been selling for about 10 months now. I'm with Compass Realty out here.
Nice, bro. Nice. How long you been selling again?
About 10 months, but I did a lot of stuff before, but I didn't have a license, so it was more just helping people out, not
I got you, bro. I got you. Yeah, I hear you, man. Selling real estate illegally. I hear you, man. I hear you.
No, just giving people free information, really, and then I realized, why don't I get my license and actually help them?
Yeah. No doubt, man. Good stuff, man. Look forward to chatting with you in a minute. Kyra.
Hello.
What up, Kyra? Tell everybody who you are, where you're from, and how long you've been selling real estate.
Yes, sir. Well, my name is Kyra Hodge. I'm currently in the Fayetteville, North Carolina area, here by Fort Bragg, surrounding areas. I've actually been selling real estate since August 18th of 2020. So I'm a brand spanking new realtor, but been getting started with Done Deal Realty Incorporated here. So loving it. Getting started.
So you've been selling real estate since August 20th?
Yep, since August 20th of 2020.
Okay. 34 days, and you're working with what? Get her done?
It's called a Done Deal Realty.
A done dizzle. Done dizzle.
Yep, done once, done right. So that's done once, done right. We take care of it.
Dang. Yeah. Man, I love that.
Thank you.
Done Deal Real Estate.
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna open up a competitor right next door called It's a Done Dizzle.
Oh no.
It's a Done Dizzle. All right, good, man. Good to see all you guys. Great to see you guys. So yeah, guys, I'm fixing to go round robin. Before I get started, if you guys haven't checked out my podcast, iTunes, SoundCloud, I'm on all the different podcast channels. I'm posting there every single day, 7 days a week, 20, 30-minute episodes, inspirational stuff, golden nuggets, all that good stuff. So go there and give me a 5-star review on iTunes. I would really appreciate that. And let me know what I can do to help you. I'm still answering every single DM on Instagram. That's the best place to get me. I check those once or twice a day. And I just want to see you guys succeed and help you guys get where you want to get. Of course, all of you know I'm a free coach. I don't charge at all for my coaching services. I'm just here to literally just help you get your business where my business is. So if you haven't joined the free coaching program, there's a 90-day action plan at 0to diamond.com. Let's go. All right, I'm going to bring Harold back out and see what questions he's got for me today. Harold?
My first one, Ricky, is I know you do a fantastic job telling agents what to do. What would you tell agents never to do based off your past experience of, marketing or going after new business? What would you tell them never to do? It doesn't work. You're wasting your time, money, energy.
I love that question, man. That's an incredible question, man. That's something that I don't think I've ever been asked really, or at least directly like that. So really nice. I can tell you, I've thought about that for a second. So, man, here's the thing. The bottom line is that there's really nothing that doesn't work. You said, hey, what would you tell an agent not to do because that doesn't work? There's really nothing that doesn't work. I'm a firm believer, and I've said this many times, that everything works. It's just a matter of trying to figure out what works for you and what you feel is most efficient. I think the problem is people are trying to do too many things. They spread themselves too thin, right? They know that everything works, so they see 12 things that they know works, and they try to do all 12 of them. Whereas if they would just focus on the top 2 or 3 things that they feel like is most efficient and sacrifice the business that they lose from not doing the other 9 things, right? You have to think, like, I know in my mind, I just do the weekly email, right? I don't do social media for my real estate business. So in my mind, I'm thinking, okay, I'm losing in the social media department in my real estate business. However, my weekly email produces 100 deals a year, and I really don't need, that's as much as I can handle while I'm trying to build these other businesses on top of it. So to answer your question, man, there's nothing that I would say don't do. What I would say is to try everything and test everything, right? But a winner, somebody who's very good at being efficient and productive, they're very good at knowing when to let go of something, right? And I think the lower end producers, the average agents, they hang on to things too long that don't work. Like you see these agents that do the same stuff over and over again, and they're not seeing the results they want to see, but they'll do these activities and they'll keep doing them, and they'll do them for like 2 or 3 years, and they never change it up at all. And you'll even tell them, hey, quit doing that, and they still continue to do it, right? But there's a fine line between not giving up on something. Like, you know that you have to keep doing it even if it's not working on certain things for it to be successful. And so where do you draw the line in your head behind giving up on an activity that is not being as productive as you want and still giving it enough time to see if it works? There's a fine line there. And that's an it factor that winners, that's a quality that people that end up being really high producers just have. Maybe they're born with it. Maybe they develop it. I don't know. But they're really good at testing things out and then doing it long enough to see if it works and then getting rid of it if it doesn't work. You know what I mean? So there's nothing I would say don't do. I would say that I really don't believe in buying leads. I would say, like, that's one thing I just don't believe in. I don't think, I think these companies are getting rich off selling us random people in our market's contact information we could have met at Walmart, for $30, $100, $200, when I can go to RedX and buy property owners' information for 2 cents and call and make friends with them all day long. And they're the exact people I want to do business with. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. I think you should try everything and see what works best for you.
Good stuff. Good stuff.
What else you got?
All right, my next question is, so most agents have, they get in the business because they have an entrepreneurial spirit behind them, right?
Mhm.
What would you say is the best way to get it set up where it's more, your income is more residual as opposed to having that feeling that you're starting from zero every day?
See, the thing is, man, is when you look at my career, you say, okay, Ricky, all you're doing is weekly email and you're selling 100 properties a year, right? You don't make cold calls, you don't do direct mail, you don't do social media, you don't do any of that. You're selling 100 properties a year off a weekly email. But the part of the story that nobody wants to look at, the part of the story nobody wants to talk about is the 100,000 cold calls I made to develop that database of people that get the weekly email to get to the point where I don't have to do any of that anymore. So when you talk about residual, when you talk about passive residual income, okay, nothing's really completely 100% passive, right? Anything that you see that's passive or residual income, yeah, there's easier income, there's easier this, there's easier that, but there's always something behind it. Even stocks, you get stocks, you buy dividend paying stocks, you still got to watch the stock, you still got to think about it, you still got to buy more, sell it. There's things you have to do. It's not just sit back and do nothing. When you have rental properties, you got to fix toilets, you got to put new roofs on, you got to do things. It's not just completely passive. So I would say, look at it like this. Look at your business. And I'm just going to talk about not necessarily investing, but I'm going to talk about building your business to a passive residual place, because that's where my business is. I literally do the weekly email and I residually get deals that come to me that I basically just process the deals. That's my job. Is I take the calls, I see what they want to do, I help them do it, I process the deal. There's no prospecting, there's no going out and looking for deals. There's answering the phone, them telling me what they want to do, and then me process the deal. So that to me is a residual business, right? I've built it up to a point where now I don't do anything for that business that comes in. So what you have to wrap your mind around is okay, Ricky made 100,000 calls, talked to 10,000 people to get 5,000 emails that he now sends a weekly email to and closes 100 deals a year. Okay, how fast can I get to 100,000 calls to where I can build my business to a residual point? See what I mean?
Absolutely. Absolutely. All right. Well, next question is, what would you say to that agent that's at that crossroads? They're saying, man, I'm spending all this money on expenses, desk fees, MLS dues, marketing. All right. And I'm at this crossroad of whether I should leave the business and try something else entrepreneurial, or I should just fight through it and get to the point of selling 100 homes.
Well, man, I mean, it's just like if you quit to go do something else, you're going to run into the same problems. You know what I mean? You're just going to run because it's all going to come back to the same exact thing, right? If you can't, in my mind, if you're talking about being an entrepreneur and you're talking about changing from real estate, which is one entrepreneur field, to another entrepreneur field, you're just running away from this. You're just going to have the same problem wherever you go. It's all going to come back to you. You know what I mean? And so, for somebody who's at those crossroads, I would have to take a really close look at their business and see what they're doing, see where they are on everything, really dissect it and take analyze it, under a microscope and really see where we are and what the problems could be. Maybe they're doing the right things. Maybe they just need to keep going. Maybe they need to tweak a few things, to really ramp it up quicker. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, man. I mean, everybody's path is different. Everybody has a different story. Everybody has a different, path that they go on in their journey. Nobody's story is the same. Everybody gets there differently. I mean, dude, I lost everything, went back to roofing houses. Can you imagine hopping on a roof after having $1 million the year before? I mean, I'm climbing up a ladder, at 7 o'clock in the morning to lay shingles on a roof. Okay. 7 days a week. And then went and worked on an oil rig. Okay. Covered in oil, sleeping in my car, sleeping on friends' couches. Right. So yeah, I mean, I've been through different things like that where I'm like, okay, is this for me? I mean, like, I made it, I lost it. Now I'm covered in oil. Is this for me? So I faced the same challenges, you know, but at the end of the day, man, I'm a fighter and I'm not going to give up. I'm just not a quitter. But I'll tell you what I'm really good at, and that is testing things out. This goes back to your first question. Testing things out, seeing what works, seeing what doesn't work, going all in with what works. That's why I do the weekly email. That's why I preach phone calls. That's why I preach relationships over transactions, right? That's why I preach closings happen every day. Business is unlimited. That's why I preach all these things, to try to drill it in everybody's head that this is possible, that this is for real. You can do this, right? You just got to keep moving forward, and you got to keep every day. It's just 1% better, you know? And if you're doing something and you feel like you got 1% better every day, it shouldn't matter if it takes you 2 years to get your first deal, 3 years to get your first deal, 6 months to get your first deal. You shouldn't care when your first deal comes. You know that you're grinding, and you know that you're doing your best to try to help as many people as you can. And your day, well, you can't do great, right? You can't do great for an extended period of time and not see incredible results. You just can't. So what I say to somebody who's in the crossroads is, let's take a close look at your business, but at the end of the day, never quit. Because if you quit on this, you're going to quit on the next entrepreneurial thing that you try to do. You're just going to end up going from thing to thing to thing, and you're probably going to quit right before you start succeeding.
Wow, great answer. Thanks for that. All right, my last one, Ricky, is I've known you personally long enough now that I see you like, best analogy is the 1998 Tiger Woods, right? So very skilled, very good coach, all that good stuff. But even at that point, he had Butch Harmon, which is his coach. My question to you is, what do you look to for your coaching, whether it's, through nonfiction reading or someone personally or someone, that's been in your past? What do you go for coaching?
Man, when I wake up at 4:30 every morning and start answering those DMs, right? And then I put my shoes on, I start stretching, I get ready to get out there and lift some weights and run my 3 miles. All right. When I'm running those 3 miles, it's pitch black dark. It's pitch black dark. Okay. And I'm running those 3 miles, and in my headphones, I've got inspirational people talking to me. All right. There's this podcast. I'll tell you what it is. There's a podcast. There's this guy that makes these videos, Ben Lionel Scott. All right. If you guys go and look up Ben Lionel Scott on iTunes, SoundCloud, or something like that, right, and listen to those kind of podcasts where they kind of make a collaboration of inspirational music and different inspirational speakers and stuff, and kind of make a collaboration of different podcasts and videos. When I'm listening to that stuff, it really, it's going so deep in my mind and motivating me so much. And I'm out there by myself at night. I mean, it's still dark, and I'm just running as hard as I can run. And I'm just thinking, man, I'm chasing greatness. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm running so hard, and I'm just like, greatness is just like right there. I just got to keep going. You know what I mean? And right. So when I think about coaching for me trying to learn and me trying to develop myself, what I'm thinking about is taking that time for myself in the morning where I can really focus on me and how hard I'm really trying to reach the next level. But also, I don't have like a mentor, like a coach that I go and ask questions to or I talk to. But what I do is I learn from you guys. All the agents that I talk to tens of agents every day. I talk to tens of agents every day. And I learned so much through you guys' experiences, because I've been in those places, but I relive those experiences that you're going through, listening to your questions, listening to your situations. I'm reliving it, and it's all coming back to me. And it's like it's like I'm watching the same movie. It's like when you watch a movie and you miss something, and you go back and you watch it, and then you picked up that thing you missed. That's how I am with you guys when I'm listening to you. I'm like, man. Because I think if only they knew what I know, right? And I try to tell them, and then it's like but wait a minute, like there's that little thing that there's something in there that I didn't even realize. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so I get my coaching, believe it or not, from my agents.
Gotcha.
And I try to take that little bit of for myself in the mornings and in the evenings after 5. I spend time with my family, and I really hang out with my daughter and play with her and stuff. And that right there is like a coaching experience, a self-development, appreciation, a gratitude of life right there, then and there. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, that's all I got, Ricky. But anybody that's listening, hey, if you're listening to Ricky, go in the description and send me a DM of where you're from. So in case I need to refer some business out, I know if you're listening to Ricky, you'll do a good job with my clients. So please reach out. Thanks.
Yeah, hit. I put Harold's information there, his Instagram and all that in the description. So you guys go hit him up on Instagram and follow him there and send him a DM and say hi. Appreciate it, big guy.
All right, thanks, Rick.
Yeah, man. I'm gonna bring Reese back onto the show. Reese, what's up, dude?
Hey, Ricky, what's up?
Chilling, man. Chilling.
Yeah. So my question to you is, so in addition to the weekly email, of course, what other like tips or just, things that you might have done or see that other people do, that I could implement into, my business with people that I've talked to, whether it be cold call and gotten their email, or someone that says, yeah, I might sell in 6 months, as far as being able to follow up with them and just build brand awareness, in the meantime. Because I find myself a lot of times I get people that say, they're 6 months out. So I'm debating in my head whether I should call them in 3 months, if I should, text them, or if I should just wait until 6 months. It's really the follow-up part that I'm trying to just get down now, because I think that's a really important part of it.
Yeah, for sure, man. So why are they selling?
Well, I mean, some of them, they say they want to move up. I talked to this lady. She says she wants to move up north to Virginia to be with her daughter in about 6 months. So, I said, I said okay with her, and say that she told me to follow up again. But I'm just not sure, in the meantime, if I should be doing anything else to try and, just keep that connection in case, and, instead of 6 months, it becomes 3 months or 4 months.
No, I understand, bro. Listen, but there's a reason why I asked you that, right? Because the thing is I want to know that you are asking why they're selling. Because it's like, okay, here's how you break it all down, man. It's like, okay, why are they selling in 6 months? What's the storyline behind it? Because you might hear the storyline and think, well, they probably shouldn't wait 6 months. They should probably move now, or you might think, well, yeah, so that sounds about right for their situation. So you got to find out why. Okay. The second thing is on your question about follow-up, what you have to do is you have to set the expectations with your clients of when you're going to follow up. You need to develop a game plan around why they're selling and the timeline that they're wanting to sell in. And then you need to come up with you need to come up with a game plan with them and set the expectations of when you're going to follow up. They need to know when you follow up. You don't just need to leave it open-ended. Okay, you're selling 6 months. I'll stay in touch with you. See you later. You need to say, okay, why are you selling? Why are you guys waiting that long? Okay, I understand. Okay, well, if that's the case, then maybe I should do this, and I'll call you in the next couple of weeks or whatever to set this up or set that up, or I'll call you next month, or I'll call you in 2 months or whatever, right? And so you need to actually, it's kind of like setting an appointment to follow up. That way they're expecting to follow up. Okay, so that's part of it. There's a couple more things. One, when they say they want to sell in 6 months, immediately just get them some kind of gift card of some sorts, right? Get them a gift card to a restaurant, a really nice restaurant, this, or that. I don't know, whatever you do, whatever your thing is that you like to do for people and give people, then I want you to do that immediately. That way they just talk to you. Okay, and then they get that gift card right after, so your name's still fresh in their mind, and then they're going to kind of be like, oh wow, this guy really is going the extra mile here, right? And then follow up when you said you were going to follow up. That's the process of it. Okay, does that help?
Yeah, that helps a lot. And I've got something right here I want to show you actually. So these, I've actually been doing that with. So I bought these stickers. You can get them on Vistaprint, and they're the same size as a business card. I mean, yeah, as a business card. So instead of giving a business card, I put these on a gift card, and then I give that to people. You know, even if I just had a good conversation with someone, because if it's a $5 Starbucks gift card, they're not going to throw it out. You know, they're going to put it on their dash, or they're going to put it on their counter. You know, so that's a huge thing. Yeah, that's a
Yeah. And then here's the other side of it though, man, that I want you to understand. Okay, and this is a tough one. This is a tough one to swallow. Okay, but sometimes, sometimes when the sellers tell you, oh yeah, we might sell in 6 months or whatever, this or that, sometimes they're just telling you what you want to hear to get you off the phone.
Yeah.
They're just telling you what you want to hear to get you off the phone. And then what happens? You say they want to sell in 6 months. You know, I'm going to help them sell in 6 months. And then, within the next 3 months, you start trying to follow up or whatever, and they don't answer. And then 6 months comes around and you call, they don't answer. And then 7 months goes by and you're calling and they don't answer. And they just go ghost on you, right? You know how many people told me they're going to sell in 6 months that went ghost on me in my career? Hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds. You know what I'm saying? So keep that in mind too, right? Sometimes it's not always what it seems. They're not really being straight with you because they don't know you. They don't want to divulge certain things, and they could be, you know what I'm saying? So set your expectations correctly. That's why I say, let's go deeper with the conversations. Let's find out why they're selling. Let's set a game plan in place. Let's keep them talking about it so that we can really build a relationship closer. Maybe they start to feel even more comfortable with us, right? Maybe they were leading us on at first because they want to get us off the phone, but then the more we talk, the more they start to like us. You know what I'm saying? But send them that gift card quick, follow up like you're supposed to, and make sure you're doing the weekly email.
Yeah, I got it. So it's really just about going deeper in that initial conversation when you got them on the phone to feel out if they're actually serious or if they're just trying to say that to get you off the phone.
And don't assume that they're not serious, right? I'm just don't approach it like that. I'm just saying keep it in the back of your mind so that you're not setting yourself up for disappointment. I mean, the name of the game is this, bro. Let's see how many people we can talk to, right? Who can talk to the most people with the best intentions and build that personal brand?
Yeah, for sure. So one other thing I wanted to ask you, I call the do not call numbers, just like you do, just because, we're not coming at it like in a salesy way. It's just, we're there to help them. And I've had most of everyone's very nice, and surprisingly almost all my emails I've gotten were from do not call numbers. So, that definitely, I'm definitely going to keep calling them. But I've had a couple people that were realtors, and they actually, like, even they cussed me out, and they were like, you're giving realtors a bad name in the business, cold calling, robocalling people. And the guy, he said he was going to report me to the board of ethics and stuff. And I was like, whatever, it is what it is. I'm just out here trying to make some stuff work and help out people.
Yeah.
I know from your videos, you've never actually known anyone that's gotten fined or anything, but have you ever had, a situation like that yourself where a realtor's, come at you in that type of way that you've cold called on accident?
I mean, bro, yeah, I probably have. I can't remember, dude. I don't even, when somebody
it doesn't even matter.
I don't even it's kind of like when somebody unsubscribes to my weekly email, like, I don't even know that happened. If somebody comes at me in a negative way, I forget about that the moment it happens, because I'm focusing on the positive. The people that want to do business with me, they can't do anything. And when you say you haven't heard of anyone, listen, it's never happened. Scour the internet and find anyone that's ever been fined for the DNC. Just one person, please. I want to interview them. You know what I'm saying? I want to interview them. It's a hoax. It's a hoax. Right? It's just something to scare people. So, yeah, you're exactly right, man. You get the best quality numbers from the DNC. You said it, you get some great clients out of it. I built my entire career on it. And yeah, please report me for being a hard worker that's trying to give back, right? So there's plenty of loopholes. When you use my script, you're actually calling to inform people of something going on in their subdivision and see if there's anything in the world you could do to help them. That is actually not part of the DNC rules. That's completely legal. right?
Yeah.
You're informing. If you read the rules, guys, read the rules, ladies and gentlemen. You can call and inform people of something. You can do a survey. You can inform them. There's several things that are exempt from the do not call. Okay, we're not asking them to buy or sell. We're saying, look, I don't want to take up too much of your time today, but a house around the corner just sold. Didn't know if there's anything in the world I could do for you today. That's it. So yeah, please report me for being one of the hardest working agents in my area. I would love for everyone to know that publicly.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I totally agree with that. And yeah, I mean, almost all the numbers are do not call, even the good ones and bad ones. So
Yeah, dude, that's and I think too, like some of the data suppliers, I think they mark a lot of do not calls that aren't do not call because they just don't know for sure and they want to cover their self, so they just mark them do not call. I think there's a lot of DNC numbers that aren't even on the DNC.
Yeah, I'm sure.
And like, what real estate agent is going to come weird at you, sideways at you for getting out there and trying to hustle? I tell you what it is, bro. They're scared. They're like, oh, you're going to give real estate agents a bad name. No, I'm gonna build a larger business than you. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to say, I would say, no, I'm not going to give real estate agents a bad name. I'm going to build a larger business than you. Have a good day.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, no, that makes a lot of sense. They're just they don't have what it takes to actually get out there and try and cold call people. So they're just envious, people that are out there trying to work.
They're resting on their database, right? They're living off past clients and referrals. They're not out there hustling, trying to continue to talk to more people, right? And they feel threatened. That's all it is, man. Don't sweat it. It's a compliment.
Yeah, for sure. So one other question. So open houses I know they're not a big thing with you with, doing condos and stuff, but I'm sure you've talked to a ton of agents that do them. So I mean, what are some different steps to take, when someone comes into your open house, just to kind of interact with them, and maybe some different questions, that I could ask them just to get a conversation going, because sometimes it comes naturally, but there's some people that will come in and not even really want to talk, just walk around, or do you kind of just go with how it goes, and the people that do that they're not going to work with you, or kind of any tips with introducing yourself, starting a new conversation with new people that aren't warm leads or something like that?
Absolutely, man. Listen, it's just relax. Don't worry if, everybody's different. So some people are going to walk into the open house with their guard up, right? They're going to walk into the open house with their guard up. They're going to think you're trying to attack them and sell them something. And so they just have their guard up. They don't want to talk to you. They're just not interested in really giving you too much. They won't want to, tell you what they're really looking for, what they're trying to do. Okay. So what you need to do is start to understand that there's different, when they walk into the open house, you need to be in the mindset that you're trying to figure out, what state of mind they're in really quickly. You'll get really good at this. So the first thing is just introduce yourself and say, how you guys doing today? Right? And just see how they respond. See what their body language is. Do they look down when they respond to you? Do they open up? Do they start talking to you? You know what I mean? And then just take it from there. It's all about body language at this point, because we're face to face in person. It's about body language, man. It's about, your eyes. It's about your tone. It's about the speed of the voice, your shoulders being down. It's about you opening up. When people, it's like when you're doing a speech or something, you have your hands in your pocket. That's not good posture. You know what I mean? You're not really opening up. That's closed. When you have your hands out of your pocket, you want to kind of be, relaxed. You know what I mean? So here's the trick. If you're comfortable with them, they're going to begin to be comfortable with you. That's the trick, is if you're comfortable in that scenario where you're sitting at a house, they walk in, all right, and you when you say, hey, you introduce yourself, you ask how they're doing, and they feel like you're comfortable with them in that situation, in that scenario, they're going to start to become comfortable, right? And then they're going to open up. And then from there, it's just like, you guys, go ahead and take a look around. Don't follow them to every room. Just kind of let them do their thing, and you can ask the questions of, you guys looking for a house, there's a series of questions you can ask, you know what I mean? All the questions, but it comes down to more of body language, tone, relaxedness, comfortability, and all that. So yeah, man, just be yourself and enjoy it. You know what I'm saying? And the people that are clammed up and they don't want to, they don't want to open up to you, that's fine. Let them do their thing and move on,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, sometimes I struggle between finding the balance of asking like work-related questions, real estate-related questions, so I kind of know what position they're in,
Yeah.
and asking questions just about them, just to kind of create a relationship and kind of see what what they do, something outside of real estate, just to I got to try and kind of find that balance, so I know what they want to do, but at the same time I'm not just trying to seem like I'm focused on that. I'm trying to portray myself as I'm trying to build a relationship with them. So yeah, I just got to find that line between that and, like you said, the tone of the way you say things and your body language. I think that's a huge thing too. Maybe even sometimes more so than what you're saying.
Yeah, dude. It all comes from experience, right? So just the more you do it, the better you'll get, the better of the feel, you'll get a better feel for, reading people when they walk into the open house. But do it just like my phone scripts, introduce yourself, how you guys doing? Isn't it nice out there today? You know what I'm saying? Talk about the weather for a second. See it's, fill them out. Once you fill them out, then you'll kind of know what direction to go with it, and then once you small talked and you've broken the ice, then you can turn around and ask the questions, what you guys looking for? You guys, looking to do, are y'all just looking, or what are y'all doing? Are you working with an agent already? That kind of stuff, and just see where it goes. You're not going to win them all. That's the thing you need to realize. You're not going to win them all. So there's no foolproof system to just win every single prospect that walks into an open house, but you just do the best you can do to give yourself the best opportunity, to work with people.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I see that. So one last question I have for you is, as far as the cold calling going and the weekly email, at what point did you I know it's different for everyone, but at what kind of number of emails in that database did you really see, or at least what time, as far as back, did you really see those people start to come back to you and contact you, call you, email you, people that you just talked to, had a good conversation, got their email, but they're not looking to do anything, because I know it compounds over time, but it's just, it's always, focusing on what you're doing now is for the future. You're not going to see the results now, but what would you say is kind of like, a baseline of how long it normally takes before, or how many people you need to get in that database before people start to, realize who you are and, use you as a realtor when they do need it.
Yeah, for sure, man. Look, it's different, man. Like I've had clients that contact me after just a couple of weeks, and I've had clients that contact me 8 years later, right? And everything in between. So it just goes back to, the more you call, the better you'll be, the better off you'll be, the bigger, just grow your database as fast as possible. But I've got newer agents right now. I've got agents that started call. I've got one that started in May, and she has 3 active listings and 2 pending deals. Okay. So that's May. She started calling Geo Leads, Red X, and, she's now has 3 active listings, 2 pending deals, and she has more active listings that she's working on. Okay. So that gives you an idea there. I got another guy that's an even more of a killer. He started calling in June, and he has like 11 listings right now, and he has a lot of pending deals. So, you know what I mean? It's, it varies per agent, per skill set, per communication skills, per motivation, per confidence, and per how many calls they're willing to make. It just, closings happen every day, bro. Closings happen every day. And you just have to take the results out of the equation, focus on building that database. I promise you, man, if you're out there doing great things, it's only a matter of time before your time comes and things start really shaping up and you get that momentum. Here's what I will say. When you finally do grab some momentum, never let it go. Hang on to it with all your might and push to keep that momentum going and to push it even harder and push it even harder and push it even harder. Just get 1% better every day.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's all about putting the reps in. I know each call you get better and you learn to do things like, ask these questions so you know how to better follow up and communicate, and that, leads to converting more people into actually working with you. So
yeah, exactly, man. Exactly.
Yeah. Okay, Ricky. Yeah, that's all I really have. Thank you very much for bringing me on. And
Oh, dude, enjoyed it, man. Enjoyed it. Good chatting with you. And I also put all of Reese's contact information in the description below. If you guys want to reach out to him on Instagram or whatever, give him a follow, shoot him a DM, and let him know that you enjoyed watching him on today's show.
Thanks, Ricky.
Appreciate it, bro. Kyra, let's bring Kyra back out to the program.
Hi, Ricky. Really thank you for the opportunity to come on here.
Yeah.
Really appreciate it. So my first question, like I said, I'm new, so I'm going to sort of put this in together. I just received my first email prospect. So I was at actually a KFC and I was just talking to somebody. I tried to hand out my cards and I just gave him a card. I said, "There's any way I can help you?" And the manager said, "Well, yeah, my son and us are looking for a house." And I said, "Well, can I get your information?" And she gave me an email. So I'm wondering, like, what's the next step for me to make sure that I can, like you say, keep me on their mind, or be that realtor that they sell with. Um, and like I said, I didn't know if I should look into constant contact or, what to be able to get something to them. Because right now, I don't really have anything but
It's
cards.
okay. Listen, it's okay. Don't freak out about it. Like it's nothing to worry about. So this is basically like your first contact, right?
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay. And tell me again how you got this contact. Who did you know? Who did they know?
Well, I was just at the KFC picking up dinner. And I
Okay.
just stepped out there. Wherever I go, I try to find some way to get some conversation and give my card out. Or,
Right.
So that's
Yeah. Absolutely. So, I mean, here's the thing. All right, what else are you doing to build your business?
Really just starting. Just I got cards, trying to do conversation. The firm I'm at is not really big on social media or marketing. They do a lot of soft selling. So I'm basically trying to learn the firm and the business and following you, trying to brand myself and get out there, if that makes sense.
Right. But how are you doing it? What up? You just handing business cards out right now? Are you doing
Yes,
anything
sir.
else to build your business?
Hand the business cards out right now. That's pretty much it right now. I
Okay.
probably will be going toward like Facebook and Instagram because I know that'd probably be a good way as well. But right now, cards.
Listen, what you should do, I message every single friend on Facebook
Okay.
and say, hey, how are you doing today? How's it going?
Okay.
Right. And they're going to tell you how they're doing. And then they're going to say, how are you doing? And you're going to say, oh, I'm doing good. I'm doing real good. I'm doing the other thing. And I've been doing this. And I just got in real estate. Is there anything I can do to help you there?
Okay.
And just see where the conversations go.
Okay.
Right.
Right.
DM people on Instagram, DM people on Facebook, right? And just check in with them and see how they're doing. Let them know you're in real estate and see, is there anything I can do to help you there, right?
Right. Okay.
If they say, yeah, I'm thinking about doing this, say, okay, cool. Is there an agent that you're already working with on that? And see, that opens the door. If they're not working with an agent, they're looking to do something, boom, well, look, what's your number? I'll call you right now and we'll get to work. See what I'm saying?
Okay.
That's just something you can,
like calling a seer.
That's just a little something you can do for free that might drum up some business right now. And at the bottom line is you want to try to get their email too. Ask them for their email in the conversation. You want to build that email database. So as a brand new agent, I wouldn't say, oh, let's just go right out and start doing the weekly email, right? But eventually you do want to start doing a weekly email. Okay, don't worry about it right now because you don't want to overwhelm yourself and all that, but start building that database. That's one thing that I would do. To answer your question on the person you got the email address for, okay, here I'll put you can go to constantcontacts.com/ZTD for 0 to diamond. Constantcontacts.com/ZTD, and you can start a free trial with Constant Contacts, and just go there, start a free trial, and start putting all your contacts there and kind of get it ready for the day that you're going to start doing the weekly email, right?
Okay.
Okay. Now, the lady that you got the email address for, go ahead and do something special, right? And I didn't really catch all of it. Are they looking to possibly do something soon?
Yes, they're actually in the process of looking for a house.
Did you ask them did you get their phone number?
No, I asked, is there any way that I can help you? Can I get your information?
Okay.
And I said email or phone number. She sort of hesitated on the email, on the phone number. So she gave me the email, and
I got you.
and I just said, like you say, hey, I just want to know, is there anything I can do for you? I want to help you however I can. And
Yeah.
so I left that, and I left my card. So.
Okay, cool. Well, listen, this is what you should. So did you get their name? Did you get any other information?
Yes, I know her name. She's the manager at the KFC up there. Yes, sir.
Okay, she's the manager. So what you need to do, there's a couple things you can do, right? But here, let's go back to when that happened.
Okay.
And when that happened and they said, we're looking for a house or whatever, or somebody said something about looking for a house and they said, yeah, we're looking for a house, or hey, that person's looking for a house. And you did fine, you did great with is there anything I could do to help you? That kind of thing. Here's another question you need to throw in the mix right then. Okay. You ready? Here it goes.
Ready.
Are you working with an agent already on that?
Okay.
Because that will establish where we are in the process. That will establish, is the door open for us to be the agent, or is their best friend from high school a real estate agent? Is their mom a real estate agent? Is their, pastor, do they have a real estate agent that they go to church with? If they have an agent locked in, okay, then we can get the email, we can put them on our email list, we can kind of keep them in our database. Maybe later on something will come out of it, right? But for now, we can pretty much say that's pretty much a dead deal. They pretty much got it locked in with another real estate agent. You know what I'm saying?
Right, yes, sir.
So it's good to know, because you walk away from that situation and you say, oh, I got me a prospect, but then come to find out their mother is a real estate agent, and they'll, as much as they love you, they'll never use you in millionaires because they can't use anybody but their mom.
But their mom, right.
Even though their mom might be the worst real estate agent in the world, they still got to use them. It's their mom, right?
Right, yes, sir.
So that's a question you want to ask people whenever you run into somebody who is in that situation, when you're prospecting, when you're talking to them on Facebook, whatever. When you run into somebody who acts like they're doing something or in the middle of something or thinking about doing something, your question should be, are you working with an agent on that already? That way we can establish ourselves and figure out how to insert ourselves as the agent into the equation, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so that's very important. So what I would do at this point is I would go back up there. I would order dinner again from up there, right? I would order dinner again, the same dinner, because you love it, right? You love that chicken from Pie Pies. You want to go to Pie Pies or KFC?
All right, we're going to KFC.
KFC. All right, KFC. So you go to KFC, and we need to bring something of value,
Okay.
right? So maybe what I'll tell you what you could do. Did they give you any kind of indication on what kind of house they're looking for?
I think they're looking for something for, she said, her son's family and her. So I don't know if that means,
Did you
they're
get a
living
price
together.
range? Did you get a price
No.
range? Did you get a location?
No.
Did you get a size? Did you get a
No, I didn't
anything?
get none of that, Ricky. I got to go back and get all that. No,
Okay.
I didn't.
So
No, sir.
look, here's what you do. Do
Okay.
you have any kind, you got MLS?
Yes, sir.
So what you want to do is you want to look up some houses, on MLS that's kind of around the average price of the market.
Okay.
You know, whatever the average price is, just pick out like 5 homes that you think look nice.
Okay.
You know, that aren't too expensive, but aren't too cheap, right there in the middle. And you got her email. So email her those houses. Okay.
Okay.
Email her those houses and then order dinner from KFC and go back up there. And while you're up there, say, hey, I emailed you some houses. Did you get it?
Okay.
Did you get the email I sent you with those houses?
That's good.
Right?
Okay.
And so then you gave her something of value and you gave yourself an opportunity to have a conversation with her about the houses you sent her. And then maybe then she'll open up to you a little bit and tell you more about if she's working with the agent, what she's looking for exactly, why she's looking to buy, and what her phone number is.
Right. Okay.
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 So I want you to do all that. I want you to hit me up. I want you to text me, email me, DM me, send smoke signals. Let me know what happened. I want to know about this situation. I want to know what the result is of this. I want you to DM everybody on Instagram and Facebook, see how they're doing. Let them know you're in real estate. Is there anything I could do for you?
Okay.
All right. And then hit me up after you get through with that, and I'll tell you what to do next.
Okay. All right. Okay. And then so one of my other questions were, the brokerage that I'm at right now, she mainly works with a lot of investors. So I wanted to know what your feelings were on working with investors as a realtor.
It doesn't matter to me why people are buying or selling real estate, right? I just want to help them do it. Okay. So they could be an investor, they could be an end user, they could be a family, it could be, it doesn't matter to me, right? I'm just here to help them do what they want to do. See, if you notice how I sell, right? I never try to get someone to do something. I always let them do what they want to do. That's how I sell so much property, right? I never try to get somebody to do something. I just let them do what they want to do. I just help them do what they want to do. See what I mean?
Okay.
So I don't care if you're an investor. Great. What do you invest in? What can I help you buy today? Do you need to sell some of your investments? What do you need? How can I help you, Mr. Investor?
Okay. That's a good one. Okay. And then, so I'm sort of battling between learning my brokerage system, like the systems that she uses, Podio, all of that kind of thing, and basically trying to, like I was saying, market myself or set up my business. Which is the most important right now, would you say, or what should I put more time to? If that makes, hopefully that makes sense. Hello.
Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. I can
Yeah,
hear you.
can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. I think I froze for a second. So I didn't catch the tail end of that.
Okay. I'm battling between learning the brokerage system that I'm with, like the systems that she uses, Podio and things like that, and going out doing things like marketing myself or setting up my.
What do you mean by marketing yourself?
Letting people know that I am a realtor. That.
How though? How? What's the
Right.
vehicle?
That's what I'm saying. How I'm trying to figure out how to do that more effectively and what's the best way. If it's Facebook, if it's Instagram, if it's like I know the calling. I've been working on calling my sphere a whole lot. Like you said.
What do you think about this? Okay. What do you just give me your thoughts here? I want to hear what you think. Okay. What if you called every owner in your market just to make friends with them forever?
Okay, I did. Okay, I did that somewhat. I did.
You what?
I did that. Not every. Oh, you mean every owner, like homeowner?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right.
What do you think about that idea?
I would probably definitely get some leads. People would know that I'm out here in the business. I think it's a good idea.
But are you scared to do it?
No, I'm not scared. It's something different for me, but I'm not scared.
But but see, you can't get where you've never been doing the same stuff you've always done, right? You have to do different things to get further along, right? So if you think of it as if you're like a political candidate trying to win and be the mayor of your town, okay? And you want to canvass the entire area with phone calls just to let people know who you are and that you're here to help them and just create friends with the most people in your market. You're now a campaign manager trying to win an election, okay?
Okay.
And your sole job is just to let people know your name, you know, what company you're with, what you do, a house around the corner sold, and that you're there to help them. You don't want to sell them anything. You just want to help them, right? And create those friendships and accumulate those friendships, accumulate. Add them on Facebook, add them on, you know what I'm saying? Instagram, you know, get their emails, send weekly email reports, right? To me, there's hands down nothing better. You know what I'm saying? Because you're wanting to market yourself to people and let them know who you are. What better way than to actually call them up and tell them who you are?
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yes, sir. So, well, I guess the last question I would have is just
Email reports.
with where real estate is now, with the market we're in, you know, the pandemic and everything, what do you say about starting real estate right now? You know, just what's your viewpoints and your opinions on that?
Dude, every moment is a great moment to start in real estate. It doesn't matter where the market is. When the market is down, that is actually an incredible moment to get into real estate. Okay, because a lot of agents, they get scared when the market is down. The pandemic, let's face it, guys. I mean, the real estate market is roaring right now. When the market shut down in April and March, you know, that was a weird moment. But believe it or not, closings were still happening every single day. Believe it or not, people were closing virtually, and closings continued to happen through that, one of the scariest moments in the last 100 years. People were still closing deals and putting properties under contract left and right, okay? And then when the economy opened back up, the real estate market exploded. We've seen one of the largest real estate surges that we've ever seen from the April and March lows. Listen, Kyra, it all boils down to one thing, okay? Accumulation of relationships with property owners in the area. Okay, if the market's down, what do? We call property owners and create relationships with them forever. If the market's up, what do? We call property owners to create relationships with them forever. You know what I mean? There's not really you don't really do anything different when the market's up or down. It's all about getting out there, talking to people. Closings happen every day for the rest of your life forever. Write that down and put it on your headboard, right? Closings happen every single day for the rest of your life, no matter what. It's up to you to do the work that you need to do to listen. When a buyer or seller, closes a deal and you ask them, how do they pick the real estate agent? Most of them are going to say, I had a friend in the business. I had a friend in the business. So what does that tell you? We got to be friends with the most people in our marketplace. Don't worry about the market, up or down, sideways, left or right. Just get out there and do what you need to do.
Okay. All right. Thank you for that. I appreciate it. Thank you for taking the time to let me get on here and do this.
Good to chat with you. I hope I motivated you to get out there and stay busy and do something. I want to hear about these little situations.
I'm gonna be eating KFC every night. My boys are gonna get tired of it, Ricky.
Don't let her catch you going to Popeyes.
I know, right? No.
I'm gonna bring all you guys back on. Go ahead and unmute everybody. Hey, appreciate you guys coming on today.
Great for having me. Thanks for having us, Ricky.
Thank you, Ricky.
Yeah. I think we had some really good Q&A there. So you guys keep crushing it. I put all of your the ways for people to contact you guys in the description of the video.
Yeah, so, Ricky, I have a couple of people like Chris Pelly, Kim Dice, Rado. They name me specifically in the feed. I want to connect with you guys. So I think I missed a couple, but connect with you guys. So reach out to me, email me, Give me an Instagram DM. I want to call you, talk to you, chat with you. Maybe you can help me and I can help you.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. Hey,
Yeah,
again, what's that?
yeah, same here. This business is all about networking and making relationships. So if we can all, get with each other and help each other out, it'll be the best for all of us.
Right, yeah. And I'm glad I got to hear you guys, Harold and Reese. It was good to hear your questions. I learned a lot from you guys. And, hey, like you say, you cross sell and referral all the time. So hopefully we'll be hitting each other with some business.
Cool, guys. Again, I appreciate it. Thank you guys for tuning in. I'll be
Thank
back
you.
next Thursday, same time with 3 more agents for real coaching in real time. If you guys want to come on the show, text me my new number, 251-312-8844, 251-312-8844. Add yourself to my contacts list. And also, I saw a couple questions about how to find people's phone numbers. It's RedX GeoLeads. I put the link in the description and in the comments to save $150 with RedX GeoLeads. Also, you can get their dialer, expire leads, all that good stuff. Let me know what in the world I could do for you guys. Hit me up at Instagram, and we'll talk to you guys on the next show. I'm going to be back Tuesday to do live calls with somebody too. So be ready for that as well. Those are always real exciting. So much love, guys.
All right, Ricky.